What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends Gamerverse Psylocke vs. Thanos 2-pack. So we're getting a bunch of these 2-packs from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and this one was a Target exclusive, so it looks pretty cool with our Psylocke design and Thanos. So Psylocke, of course, is the most exciting one out of this pack, just because it's a new updated Psylocke with the new body, and she looks really good. Just from this design, everything about her looks good. We've had good ones in the past, but like even though then like her face would look weird or something, but even like this one, to me, the face looks really good. So that's awesome. Comes with some effects and stuff that we see throughout the Marvel vs. Capcom games, as well as Thanos, very similar straight from those game designs as well, where he's got more of this orangish color outfit design instead of like the normal yellow or whatever. So we get the blue and orange, and then his head has like the longer horns up on the head and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Otherwise, he's just probably about the same Thanos figures we've had before. We'll compare some, but just looks good there, and we can spin around. Oh, it's pretty nice with like arcade. Of course, that like 16-bit design there on the side of Psylocke and Thanos, but around on the back have the two facing off like they do in the game. Of course, get some other characters that we'll be getting throughout these packs as well. So just looks pretty cool there overall for this 2-pack. So I'm really excited to check this out. So let me get them open out of the box and we'll take a look at them together. So we're going to start off with Psylocke, but of course, as I mentioned, this is from the Marvel vs. Capcom games. Now, I tried looking up to find out specifically more about this, like what it's from, and to me, it seemed to be like more of the figures that they're making are from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which was released in the year 2000, because every single character that they're releasing in these packs are all in that game and like look exactly like their versions, so that's why I'm going with they're from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but a lot of these characters have been in other games, like there's like, I think called like Marvel Superheroes or something like that came out years before. There was an X-Men game and stuff, so all sorts of these characters have been in these fighting games for a while, but like I said, it seems like every single version of the characters they're doing in this Gamerverse line is going to be from Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So we have Psylocke here, which looks amazing. I absolutely love the look of this. Of course, getting a brand new figure design with her being updated and stuff. This is like perfect. Like I said, it's from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, but you can easily use this for any of your X-Men shelves that you need a Psylocke for, because she just looks so good in this version. But of course, Psylocke is Betsy Braddock, and she's a mutant with telepathic and telekinetic abilities that can focus her psionic powers into psychic blades that she uses, so which we'll get some of those with her effects and everything. But like I said, she looks so good here. So we get her long black hair that has the purple highlights to it, so it looks really nice. Absolutely love that. Face looks good. A little angry there. Of course, we get an even angrier face, but you know, has an angry look to it with like lipstick and the like furrowed brows and stuff, so she looks pretty angry there. Then we get her outfit design. Of course, Psylocke's always got like a skimpy outfit design, so she has what I always call like the bathing suit design on her there in this blue color. It's like a blue, maybe a little tending towards purple, but mostly blue. Then she get the wraps up her arms, so the sleeves going into little straps around her arms. Nice purplish pink belt there with the X logo on it, and then same with her boots or whatever go up to her thighs, and then has the straps and stuff going around there as well. And like I said, just so much about it just looks so good, especially with the newer pinless figure body design with the double knees and elbows is what I most care about, and it just looks so good. And then of course get some cool effects for her. But moon-wise, we get the head that'll twist around, and of course with her long hair, it's going to be some issues, so you probably can't, I guess it can go all the way around there, but you can twist all the way around there, of course look down that far, and then up just straight on because of the hair. Not sure, let's go and pull this off, we'll have to switch her head out anyways. See, she does have just a peg joint in there, so we don't get the hinge joint or anything, which stinks, but like I said, with her hair, you don't really get much anyways. But then the shoulders will come up to 90, and she has the butterfly joint, which is nice, don't get that too often on a female, so get the nice movements back and forth, and rotate around. And then we also get a bicep twist, so just above the strap there we'll twist around, and the double elbow joint, so that can bend all the way up there, so that's really nice. Then we get the wrist that'll twist all the way around and has the hinge up and down joint for this hand. We're kind of deep set in there, so you don't really get too much movement. Then we get the ab crunches, so we get the upper ab crunch just under her chest, so she'll crunch back and forth a little there and twist all the way around. And then we get the lower cutout as well, that'll allow her to crunch even further back and forth, so again getting that additional crunch with the newer joints they're using with some of the females as well. Hips will come up to 90 and out to the side. Get a thigh twist just above this solid strap here, so twist around there with the double knee joint that bends up that far to the back. Feel it could be a little bit better, but that's just as far as it goes. And then of course down to the foot, that'll rock back and forth and twist side to side, so pretty decent movements overall for her. So like I said, especially with the double knees and elbows and stuff, that's what I care most about, and then having those ab crunches and stuff. So just the best version of Psylocke we've ever gotten so far. Now she comes with a number of accessories, so we get an additional head there with more of like an action head with teeth grid and stuff. I do kind of like that. Not sure which one I like more though, but we'll just switch it out. So there's what she looks like with the action head, which looks pretty good as well. Again, same with the hair. Love the purple underneath, like the solid purple under there. The other one had that too, but you can kind of pose it up. Now, of course, with the games, they're side fighting games, whatever, so we can have her sort of posed up there to the side. We'll have to work on. She comes with some additional hands, so she had the fist hands on, so she get these like side hands or whatever. These just sort of hands. I don't know how you'd really get her posed up. She just has those hand designs as well as this like open hand, like reaching out hand there as well. Like I said, not exactly sure what I want to give to her or anything. But then we get some of her psionic effects. So first we get one of her mask designs. So we've seen this with past figures and everything. So we get this that we can slide onto. I assume it'll work on both. I don't know if you have to have a certain one. So looking at the design, it does seem like it has to go on this head just because of the design, because they have it cut out where there's like this earpiece on one side and this like little clip on the other. So it seems it's more designed for this since we have the hair back to the side on this here. But the only issue, and it does look like there's almost like a little tunnel design just above her ear for this to go into, but her hair is like so stiff and everything that I cannot get this. So you'd probably have to heat the head up and everything to get the hair softened up to be able to get this slid on properly, because that's about the best I can get at the sin on her there, which doesn't look the best obviously, but that's about the best I can do with her there. Then she comes with more effects, so we get the ones for her fist. So we've had these with the past figures, so you can just take these and slide them on her fist. I don't know if it matters which hand it goes on or anything, but you just slide it on there. So there she's got her blade, so there's that, which again we've had effects like that. It is a newer effect, we've not had this one, but we've had similar designs and I will show you that. And then she comes with some side blades, which are part of her move set in the game. So she has these two effects, again part of the psionic stuff, and then it's in this nice pink design with these nice blade designs coming off. Now we can put these on our hands, but we could not figure out exactly how they go on our hands. Like there's some designs that you can get it slid into, and I think some of them have even like a little clip design. Again, it's hard to really see. Yeah, there's like a clip design here, but I'm not exactly sure how you get these onto our hands or what you're supposed to do exactly. Maybe they fit on like the 2-fingered hands or something. I'll just have to see if I can get these on her. So obviously I haven't been able to succeed, but I tried, you know, putting them just on her hands with the 2 fingers there and it wouldn't get on. I am able to get them around her wrist, but of course then they like don't fit on too well and stuff. I don't know if you have to take the hands off to get her to use them, and I don't know how to get her to pose to look like she's properly using them or anything, because in the pictures I saw it's kind of like a swirl effect around her with them, but you know, I tried the best I could there. So obviously not going to work the best, so probably just have to switch back to her like normal hand like this design, just because I think it looks cool with that blade design since we've had it so much in the past and everything. It looks cool. And I did mess up her hand, so she does come with 1 fist hand and 1 grip hand, which is kind of standard for her because usually she comes with the sword designs, but we don't get the swords this time, so we just have that effect. And of course then this fell off too when I was trying to mess with her. So obviously not the best design, and I don't know exactly what's going on here. I may have to like find an expert or someone that knows more what's going on to be able to figure it out. But then of course we've had our older Psylocke. So this is the Psylocke we've been using for stuff, and you can see it has like the purple design. Of course it's more of the metallic-y purple blue there, but it has the similar like face piece, so you probably use that. Similar hand design, like I said, completely different designs, but similar, you know, pointy effect there. And then also forming the blade, which she can do. She can form any sort of blades with her powers, so we can probably just use that to transfer over, although I wish the color would match more with this just because it looks so good. So like I said, I wish the effects would work out better, but for the actual Psylocke figure itself, this thing looks amazing and absolutely love it. So really love having this Psylocke figure. And from this 2-pack, we also get Thanos, whose real name is Dion. He was a powerful Eternal and supervillain, and was the main antagonist and final boss of the Marvel superhero game, eventually becoming a playable character in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. He has superhuman strength, endurance, reflexes, and agility, as well as highly durable skin, and cursed with immortality. And of course, we have him in possession of the Infinity Gauntlet, which gives him unlimited control of the universe. So this Thanos looks good. Absolutely love this design. It's more of like a classic comic design, although like I said, he's got more of this orangish color, so that's the only thing I don't like about it. And then the outfit's more got like a lighter blue, again, as I kind of mentioned with Psylocke, get a little bit tinting more into a purple maybe, so maybe, I don't know colors that well, maybe more of an indigo, but love his purple face there, so you can see his skin, so he's got the weird like chin design and stuff, the nice dark eyes. I can't tell, it looks like they look like red eyes with a bunch of black around and big mouth there. But one thing about the game design, like I said, especially for Marvel vs. Capcom 2, is that he has like these horns horns on his head to go along with it. And then, like I said, this orangish color, which kind of stands out, which I think looks pretty good. Makes it like stand out color wise and everything and make it look a little bit different. But otherwise, you know, just looks like Thanos. Pretty similar to the other ones we've had before. Probably wouldn't be surprised if it's just almost a complete reuse, just with different color designs. I do see, compared to the one I will show you, that he does have different glove designs, which would make sense, you know, to go more along with the game, as well as different boot designs. So a little bit different there, and a little bit different neck on the collar. It looks like mostly same, just the other one has like a collar around the neck there. But just overall, I do really like this. Odd colors, but I am getting used to it and really enjoying it. But for movements, his head will twist all the way around, look down that far and up that far, so not a whole lot of range in the head, unfortunately. The shoulders will come up to 90 and then rotate around within there. We get the bicep twist and the single elbow joint that bends just about that far, so not too much, unfortunately, with rotation in it. The wrist will twist all the way around and flex back and forth. Then we get the ab crunch, so crunch forward, crunch back. It's nice crunching there. He should twist around at the waist as well. So it feels like his skirting just pretty tight around him, but he will twist there a little. The hips will come up towards 90 and out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. The double knee joint, that's of course going to be stiff on him, but can bend up that far at least to the back. And then we go down to the foot, that'll rock back and forth and twist side to side. So good movements overall for Thanos, or I should say decent movements, about the same, you know, as the others we've dealt with. Could be better though with different range and joints and stuff, but pretty decent overall for what he's got at least. Now accessory wise, the only thing he comes with is the Infinity Gauntlet hand with the snap on it. So he doesn't have the gems or anything on it there, but we get the one with all 6 of the Infinity Gems on it, which looks pretty nice. And of course the snapping, so let's switch that out. So there we get Thanos snapping with the Infinity Gauntlet, so that is really cool. Like I said, it's weird with the color designs and all that, but like I said, I am getting used to it as time goes on. And of course, here is that other Thanos I'm going to compare it to. So like I said, a lot of the same body reuse and stuff. You can tell with the designs, maybe some difference here and there, but like I said, overall looks pretty similar, especially, you know, with like the main center body and stuff. Like I said, boots and gloves are different with the design they did there. And of course, the head designs going for the Marvel vs. Capcom game and switching up, like I said, some of this more orangish color, but I do like it overall, so really nice for this design for Thanos. And that gives us our first 2-pack of the Marvel vs. Capcom Gamerverse figures, where we got the Psylocke versus Thanos as appear in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So we can have them sort of face off. Of course, hard to do the side-by-side design, especially with Thanos having the glove on the one hand there. But pretty cool design. Absolutely love the Psylocke. Like I said, that Psylocke's going to be able to be used in any sort of X-Men display you want, because she's so good, and absolutely love that design. So can't wait to see more of her as they change, like, you know, maybe X-Force and stuff. And the Thanos as well. It's probably, like I said, probably one of my favorite Thanos, just because the design seems a little more basic. Like I said, the orange color is the only thing weird about it, so they could easily re-release this in more of the yellow color, but still looks good overall with design. I like to say I am getting more used to it and do like it quite a bit. So very cool for this Target exclusive 2-pack to start us out with our Gamerverse designs, and I'm really happy with it overall. So let me know what you thought of this 2-pack down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with that like and hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.